Determine the average rate of change of the function f of x is equal to negative 3x plus 1 over the range from x is equal to 1 to x is equal to 5. Is it A, negative 4, B, negative 3, C, 3, or D, 4? The answer is B, negative 3. A building has a number of floors of equal height, as well as a 30-foot spire above them all. If the height of each floor in feet is h, and there are n floors in the building, which of the following represents the building's total height in feet? Is it A, n plus h plus 30, B, n times h plus 30, C, 30 times n plus h, or D, 30 times h plus n? The answer is B, n times h plus 30. Identify the vertex of the parabola given by the equation y is equal to 4 times x minus 3 squared minus 2. Is it A, negative 3 and negative 2, B, negative 3, 4, C, 3, negative 2, or D, 4, negative 2? The answer is C, 3 and negative 2. Which of the following substances allows for the fastest diffusion? Is it A, gas, B, solid, C, liquid, or D, plasma? The answer is A, gas. What is the name of the process by which a eukaryotic cell nucleus divides? Is it A, mitosis, B, meiosis, C, replication, or D, fission? The answer is A, mitosis. Use the following passage to answer the next question. 2 recent studies have indicated that caffeine may reduce beta amyloid, a protein that is a sign of Alzheimer's disease when found in sticky clumps. The studies followed 55 mice, which showed signs of memory loss at an age equivalent to 70 human years. The studies followed 55 mice, which showed signs of memory loss at an age equivalent to 70 human years. Half of the mice received no caffeine. The other half received the mouse equivalent of 5 8-ounce cups of coffee. The half of the mice that received the coffee recovered from their memory loss and had memories the equivalent of mice without dementia. The findings suggest that caffeine could be more than just a protective strategy to avoid Alzheimer's, but also a treatment for those with the disease. Caffeine also has a number of benefits as treatment. It is generally safe for most people, enters the brain easily, and appears to affect the disease directly. Question number 5. According to the passage, which of the following is not a benefit of caffeine as treatment? A, it enters the bloodstream easily. B, it generally is safe for most people. C, it appears to affect the disease directly. Or D, it enters the brain directly. The answer is A, it enters the bloodstream easily. Use the following passage to answer the next 2 questions. A new study by sociologists at Duke University and the University of Arizona adds more grist to this mill, noting that Americans in 2004 had smaller networks of people with whom they talk about matters important to them than they did in 1985. Noting that Americans in 2004 had smaller networks of people with whom they talk about matters important to them than they did in 1985. Changes in core discussion networks over 2 decades. American Sociological Review, June 2006. In 1985, Americans had 3 confidants. In 2004, we averaged 2. The number of Americans who had no one with whom to talk about important matters almost doubled in 2004 to over 25%. Increasingly, most confidants are family. In 2004, 80% of people talked only to family about important matters, and about 9% of people depended totally on their spouse. This decrease in confidants is part a result of the same trend that's leaving fewer people knowing their neighbors or participating in social clubs or public affairs than in the past. Phenomena noted in the book Better Together, Restoring the American Community by Robert Putnam and Louis Feldstein. We know a lot of people, but not necessarily very well. Left to our own devices and cultural trends then, we seem to be moving in an unpleasant direction. Communities are formed ad hoc and around specific shared individual interests. This wouldn't be bad, of course, except that those communities seem to exist only within the constraints of their shared interests and don't develop into close and meaningful relationships. The transient and specific nature of many of our relationships today can keep us socially busy without building the lasting relationships and communities that we want. So what do we do about it if we want to change things? Harvard University School of Government put together 150 ways to increase what they call social capital, the value of our social networks. Among their suggestions are support local merchants, audition for community theater or volunteer to usher, participate in political campaigns, start or join a carpool, eat breakfast at a local gathering spot on Saturdays, and stop and make sure the person on the side of the highway is okay. The author argues that transient nature of many of today's relationships is problematic because A. We don't share specific interests. B. We don't know many people. C. It prevents us from building lasting relationships and communities. D. We have too much social capital. Or E. We talk to too many people about private matters. The answer is C. It prevents us from building lasting relationships and communities. According to the author, which of the following was true in 2004? Was it A. The average American had 3 confidants and 9% of people depended totally on their spouse for discussion of important matters? B. The average American had 2 confidants and 80% of people discussed important matters with only their spouses? C. The average American had 2 confidants and 9% of people discussed important matters only with family members? D. The average American had 2 confidants and 80% of people discuss important matters only with family members? Or E. The average American had 3 confidants and 80% of people discussed important matters only with family members? The answer is D. The average American had 2 confidants and 80% of people discuss important matters only with family members. Select the phrase that makes the sentence better. Of the two, the oldest brother had a much more difficult time in school. A. The oldest brother. B. The older brother. C. The earliest brother. D. The best brother. And E. The better brother. The answer is B. The older brother. Select the phrase that makes the sentence better. Minerals are nutritionally significant elements that assist to make your body work properly. A. That assist to make your body. B. That help your body. C. That making your body. D. That work to make your body. Or E. That hinder your body to. The answer is B. That help your body. Infants and toddlers may sometimes have blank sleep patterns due to growth spurts and rapid changes in their physical development. Is the answer A. Cohesive, B. Natural, C. Erratic, D. Fanciful, or E. Mistaken? The answer is C. Erratic. Natural fibers like organic cotton and bamboo are blank and blank without the use of harsh chemicals. Is the answer A. Manufactured and deployed, B. Woven and filtered, C. Commissioned and forgotten, D. Pilfered and used, or E. Grown and processed? The answer is E. Grown and processed. Blank mattresses contain many toxic substances, such as flame retardants, adhesives, and chemical foams, which are not present in natural latex rubber. Is the answer A, conventional, B, queen-sized, C, white, D, maximum, or E, significant? The answer is A, conventional.